If you want to know the fastest way to connect with a woman emotionally, then you're at the right place, because here, I'm going to give it to you straight. Spoiler alert, it's not about being nice, or about giving her flowers, complimenting her sister in her Sunday dress, or writing her cheesy love poems. And it sure as hell isn't by listening to her, or lending her a shoulder to cry on, like what all the so-called dating coaches preach. No, because gay shit like that will only work on gay couples. And since you're watching this video, I'm assuming you're not gay, and you're a real man who wants to attract real women. And to attract a real woman requires two things: a pair of real balls and a real appreciation of the truth. And the truth is this: emotional connection is born out of sexual tension. Take some time to digest this, because once you understand it, everything else clicks. Miss this one idea, and you'll forever stay stuck in awkward interactions, chasing women who never give you a second thought. So today, in this action-packed Shogun Method video, I'll show you how to take the raw spark of sexual tension and transform it into emotional connection. It's what we Shoguns call sexual rapport plus. This ability alone will change your love life forever. Trust me. Watch the video until the end, so you miss nothing important, and remember to take lots of notes. Let's go. We'll start with something that may surprise you. Most guys somehow know emotional connection is somewhat important, but almost no one realizes how real emotional connection is built. They think they have to slowly get to know her, share their life story, or try to bond over shared interests. Guess what? That's not only wrong, but downright stupid. Because as any shogun will tell you, that's the slow road to the friend zone. Those are things that friends do, not lovers. Remember, you want to bang her, not to be her girl buddy. As I teach in Shogun Method at shogunmethod.com, emotional connection isn't something you build by being relatable or friendly. It's something you ignite by stoking sexual tension. Tension is never friendly nor comfortable. And yet here's the paradox. Once you create that tension, she won't just like you. She'll gravitate towards you in ways she can't even explain. If you understand this truth, then you're 99% ahead of the guys out there. But to win the game, this is not enough. You must dig deeper into how the female psyche works and understand how sexual tension differs from emotional connection in the woman's mind. This is Shogun Method 101, but it can get technical at times, so bear with me. It will all make sense to you in the end, believe me. So, let's go. In Shogun Method, we define sexual tension as the raw attraction between the masculine and feminine poles. We call it tension because it's uncomfortable, unsettling, or even chaotic. You feel sexual tension in your gut, and she feels it in hers. And as long as it's bottled inside you, you get restless as you instinctively search for its release. It's like you haven't ejaculated for some time, and it keeps you on the edge. Emotional connection is entirely different. The emotional connection between a man and a woman is the mutual urge to know each other more deeply, to move closer, and to get personal with each other. As our senior Shogun Method coach Kronos once said, one way to think about this is that sexual tension is the spark, while emotional connection is the bond. But here's the kicker. If you only have sexual tension, things get awkward really fast. You have no clue what to do next, and at the same time, she's unsure about you. So, things fizzle out and come to a sad, abrupt end. On the other hand, if you only have emotional connection without tension, then guess what? You're her safe friend, and that's equally bad. But when you have both sexual tension and emotional connection together, that's a chemical reaction on the gut level, and it's a slippery slope into intimacy, into her world, and into her heart. And that's why you must master the art of bridging sexual tension into emotional connection. It's not optional at all, because it's the one skill that makes or breaks you with women. So how do you do it? The best way we know of is a Shogun Method tactic we call the pendulum protocol. Here's how it works. When you feel that unmistakable sexual tension in the air, you don't dive headfirst into romantic mode. That's what rookies do, and you're not a rookie. Instead, as a true blue Shogun Method practitioner, you swing her emotions like a pendulum. You go back and forth, from platonic to romantic, and from romantic back to platonic. Each swing deepens the pull, and each shift makes her lean into you a little more. This sounds a little abstract, and so let's make it concrete with a real-world example. Let's say you've just met a woman, and you want to use the pendulum protocol on her. So, you start with a platonic question. So what made you decide to be a nurse? She answers with a plain reason about how she enjoys helping others out of the kindness of her heart or some other bullshit. Instead of faking empathy or interest like a chump, you swing into something unexpected by saying, "That's funny because my ex-girlfriend was a nurse too. I always thought she was heroic for doing the things she did." You've done two things there. First, you've slipped her into your personal romantic history. If she's already somewhat intrigued by you, she'll imagine you'd like her too, given your romantic past with a nurse. Second, you've indirectly complimented her work as heroic. Then, as a follow-up bait, you say this to her. "So do you think you'll be a nurse all your life?" I can't imagine that for you at all. This is a minor disqualification, opening an opportunity for her to work for your approval. And when she does, swing forward with this line. "Well, if you ever want a break, let me know. We go camping in Yellowstone every summer. You'd love the quiet out there." And you keep doing it. Swing back and forth between approval and disqualification, platonic and romantic. That's the pendulum protocol. Before you know it, she warms up and the polite mask drops. She'll reveal more personal details or even hint at dating by dropping signals of intimacy. And when that happens, congratulations. You've just transformed raw tension into a living, breathing, emotional connection. Sadly, here's where most men trip, even seasoned Shogun Method practitioners. They think they've won because she's opening up and showing signs of interest. But here's the uncomfortable truth. If you stop here, you'll lose her. Because as we Shoguns know, emotional connection, no matter how strong, has a shelf life. It fades. And when it fades, she won't just drift away. She'll swing the other way, fast and hard. So the real question is, how do you stop that from happening? How do you take the fragile connection you've built and hardwire it into her so she never lets go? There's an answer. If you've ever wondered how to make a woman not just connect with you, but become addicted to you, like she's addicted to her favorite Netflix series or to scrolling her Instagram feed, you'll want to see what's at fractionation.org. It's where we run the free Shogun Method online masterclass, where we go beyond sexual rapport into the darker area of emotional enslavement. I'll come back to that in a moment. For now, let's deal with the harsh reality about attraction that nobody else dares to talk about. The dirty truth about attraction, sexual tension, or even love is this: they never last. As any shogun will tell you, these emotional states are only temporary. Left unworked, they fizzle out. And when they do, she doesn't just lose interest. She does a complete 180 and ends up resenting you instead. I've seen it happen thousands of times, and I bet you've seen it too. One moment she's in love, but the next moment she's cold, detached, and gone. That's why it's not enough to simply create connection. You must sustain it. And for that, you need something stronger, something permanent that's cast in solid iron for a lifetime. The solution is fractionation. If the pendulum protocol is about creating sexual rapport, then fractionation is about locking it in forever. Fractionation takes a woman beyond connection. Instead, it makes her addicted to you, possibly for a lifetime. Think about the way women binge on Netflix dramas, addicted to every twist and turn in every episode, forcing them to chain watch an entire season in one go. Or the way they post thirst traps on Instagram, desperate for likes and views. Or how they can't stop shopping for designer bags, even when they're up to their eyeballs with credit card debt. Now imagine her feeling that way about you. That's the power of fractionation. And this is what I hinted at earlier, and what's waiting for you inside Shogun Method. You'll find the entire blueprint to emotional enslavement at fractionation.org, where we pull back the curtain and show you exactly how to install this addiction in her mind. I won't go into the mechanics here for two reasons. One, it's not the kind of thing I want to spell out in the open. And two, I've sworn to protect this knowledge behind the walls of our Shogun Method community at shogunmethod.net. But once you see it, you'll understand why men who discover fractionation never struggle with women again. Now, you may wonder why you've never heard this before. If it's so powerful, why isn't this already mainstream? That's a smart thing to ask, so here's the answer. Shogun Method could well be the ultimate antithesis of political correctness. We believe that men have the responsibility to lead their relationships and family with strength, valor, and masculine pride. Because of our stance, we've created enemies who despise our movement. We created Shogun Method to return men to the traditional notions of virtuous masculinity. We view that power is good for men, and the idea of sharing power equally in a relationship with women is disastrous to both men and women. Because of this, Shogun Method will never go mainstream. But guess what? This is in fact good for us Shoguns, because let's face it, the fewer know about Shogun Method, the better it is for us who do. There's less competition and more women for us to pick from. And if you're still second-guessing yourself if you should join the Shogun Method Brotherhood, then you're probably not suited to be one of us. Shogun Method is not for everyone, and if it's not for you, it's okay. Still, everyone wants options, and so I leave it to you to decide. Option 1 is to keep fumbling in the dark, hoping things just work out. Or you can choose option 2 by stepping into the world where you control attraction. You can choose to be in a world where women feel compelled to connect with you, addicted to you, and unable to walk away. That world is waiting for you in the Shogun Method online masterclass at fractionation.org. Inside, I'll show you exactly what fractionation is, how it works, and how you can start using it today. Once you learn it, you'll never look at relationships the same way again, believe me. Are you ready for this kind of power? Then sign up at fractionation.org and step inside our Shogun Method Brotherhood and start building not just emotional connection, but emotional enslavement that keeps women hooked for life. Find the link in the first comment below this video and click it. Or go directly to this site, fractionation.org.